So it's very true, you can find rides pretty much anywhere. Sometimes you may want to go to the airport like I am now to find rides. Other times you want to go to downtown, in my case downtown Miami or downtown Fort Lauderdale. Or other times you just go where there's nobody else. So you want to go out west if you're in Florida, or maybe, you go out east towards the beach, or maybe you go to, weird parts of the state. You basically, to find rides, you got to go where the people are. So if you know that there's a big club, that's where you're going to find rides. If you know that it's rush hour, that you got to go to schools, that's where you're going to find rides. It's really simple. You just go where people are. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Nick, and I am the local South Florida Uber driver. I'm local just because you never really know where I'm going to be in the next couple days, months, years. Hey, but I primarily work the South Florida market. And in today's video, man, I'm covering a general question. I've been seeing this in my comments, so shout out to you guys that's been writing in the comments. I've been seeing everybody, people have been asking me, where do I go to get rides? Like, Nick, where do you go to get rides? Like, I can't find any rides. Where do I go? Where do you go? And yeah, so I'm gonna answer that in today's video, man. It's really simple. Again, I'm nobody special. I'm just a regular driver. I'm just out here in these streets, and where I go to get rides. So obviously I've been doing this for the last 4 years. So the last 4 years has taught me a lot, because when I first started, obviously you guys know it was the pandemic. There was nobody outside, and all I used to do was drive from Miami to West Palm, and I would just drive State Road 7. I would drive, Taft, or 27th Avenue. I would drive 37th Avenue. I would just pick a road and just drive up north. That was during the pandemic because nobody was taking rides. Obviously, that's not the case now, but what it caused me to do was to learn other areas, learn special spots, learn outside of my comfort zone, because obviously I'm from Miami. If you don't know, I'm from Miami, Florida. And so when it comes to Fort Lauderdale, when it comes to West Palm, I don't really know West Palm like that. I don't really know Fort Lauderdale like that. I mean, I know, certain parts of Fort Lauderdale, but I don't really know it like that. So it's like, where do you go when you're in Fort Lauderdale? Let's say you get a ride. In my case, I would get rides from Miami to Fort Lauderdale. Where do you go to get rides when you're in Fort Lauderdale? Or like, if you're in Fort Lauderdale, where do you go to get rides if, say you get a ride to Delray or to Boca? Like, where do you go? Where do you go to get rides? And the easy answer is you look for busy places. So what do I mean by that? Okay, so there's the general spots that everybody knows about. So if you're in Miami, obviously you want to go to South Beach. That's a given. You want to get rides, you're going to get South Beach. That's it. You know that there's people there. That's busy. Everybody goes there. That's easy. The other place is downtown Miami. It's easy. Downtown Miami is probably one of the worst traffic spots ever, but you know that if you go down there, you're going to get a ride. Now, it might be a million other drivers trying to do the same thing, but you fight for the ride, you'll get it. That's how it works. If you're going to the general spots, you're going to be fighting other drivers, and it just is what it is. But that's how you start to get the understanding of where to go and when to go. See, look, you find rides by knowing your market. Make no mistake about it. I can't tell you your market because your market is different from mine. And I know people will be like, but I work Miami too, and I work down there too. But again, and this is why I always try to make general content. If you want more specific, individualized advice, join the Telegram group down in the description below. Join the Telegram group. We're real drivers. We're trying to build a community. We're really out here. If you were in the Telegram group this weekend, we was getting after it. So join the Telegram group if you want more specific information. But I make general videos because I can't tell you how you work. Not everybody has a Tesla. Not everybody has a Tesla and drives the way that I do. I'm willing to drive from Miami to West Palm. Not everybody is. I'm willing to not just be a Uber driver. I'll be a Uber Eats driver. I'll be a DoorDash driver. I'll be a delivery driver. I'll do packages, as you guys seen in my earlier videos. Not everybody's willing to do that. So it's hard to tell you what to do. I also work all day. Not everybody's willing to do that. So it's like, it's hard for me to tell you, do X, Y, Z, because we have different markets. We have different ways that we work. But I can tell you this, general areas, the easiest way to figure it out, as you can hear the airplane, the easiest way to figure it out is, where is it the busiest at in your market? Is it downtown Miami? Is it South Beach? Is it Wynwood? And I'm using Miami as an example. Is it those three places? Or is it just some random house party? This is why you got to learn your market. And even if you know that it's busy on South Beach, what time is it busy? Because that's the real thing. Is it just busy because there's traffic, or is it actually busy because there's people out requesting rides? And then see, when you talk about Miami, that's the biggest point. You could go to South Beach. You can ride around for 5 hours. You won't get a ride because it'll just be a lot of traffic, but nobody's requesting rides, depending on when you go out there. Vice versa, you could go out there, you know, at different times, and your phone is just blowing up. Ping, 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 ping. And you got to kind of like cherry pick and, you know, do what you guys want and do $1 per mile or $2 per mile and, you know, look at the time and, oh, yeah, this isn't good. Oh, yeah. You can do all of that at certain times, but other times you can't do that. It's all about knowing your market. Look, the way that you get rides is not just driving around. Because if you just drive around, look, I'll be the first to tell you. You're just wasting gas. Look, why waste gas? Why waste charge? Or in my case, energy. Why waste energy and why waste gas when you don't have to? Know your market. Learn what's the best times to be out. Look, it's very simple. Work a morning shift, work an afternoon shift, and work an evening shift. And I like to say, take every ride during those shifts. You're going to get a bigger picture. Sure, you could cherry pick every ride during the morning shift. Okay. You sit there, you take 2 rides that morning shift. Did you really learn the market? Yeah, sure. You can work a lunch shift. You only take 1 ride during that lunch shift because everything else was trash. Did you really learn the lunch shift? No. You could work an evening shift, but you cherry pick everything because it wasn't $2 a mile and it wasn't, you know, it didn't meet your criteria. Oh, it was doing this. It was an X ride. All of these different things that you could figure out. Did you really learn your market? No. Because I'm going to be honest with you. You guys want these special rides. You want these premium rides. You want these banger rides, these, you know, $2, $3 a mile rides. You want these rides that is paying you $50 to go 5 miles. You guys want these types of rides. Well, you got to know where to get them from. It's not just being in downtown Miami. It's not just going to Wynwood. Sometimes it's going to specific hotels, depending on the time. Maybe it might be the W Hotel. Maybe it might not. Yeah, it's not really the W, but like, let's say, just for example, let's say you got to go to the W and you got to be in the parking lot. And if you're not in the parking lot, you're not going to get the ride. Well, people that are just driving around, like, oh, well, that YouTuber said, go to downtown Miami, so I'm just going to drive around. I'm on Biscayne. I'm on North Miami. I'm just driving around, and I'm not getting anything. But the person that's sitting in the W Hotel parking lot, they're getting all of the requests. They're getting the, you know, the $50 to go, I don't know, to Aventura. They're getting those requests because they're in the right spot at the right time. Now, please don't hear me say the W and y'all be like, oh, I'm going to go flood the W. The W. You got to learn your market, is what I'm saying. You got to know your market and know what times people come out. It's very true. I mean, you might be able to get a ride, but the traffic over there is crazy. You know, you got to learn the hotels. You got to learn the special places. How many people knew that we had like 3 different museums in that downtown area? I'm specifically talking about Miami, but like, who knew that there was these specific little museums? How about trying to go to those museums? I mean, like, how about going to special areas in the neighborhood, not just Biscayne, North Miami, A1A, like, not just going in an area, but going to specific places. And the only way that you're going to learn that these places are hot, these are hot spots people are always ordering, is ding, ding, ding. You got to work the shift. You work the shift, work that time frame, work it a lot, and take rides during that time frame. I promise, if you guys would just take rides, all of these questions would be so much easier answered, because you would be able to see, damn, I done got 5 requests. Every time I go by this specific place, damn, I get another request, another request, another request. Ding, 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 that's a hot spot. Okay, cool. So now I know that I could go there to get rides. I don't have to just drive around all day. This is the whole point. Learn your market. You want to get rides, you want to get better rides, learn your market, because there's certain markets where better rides come from, and there's certain places where decent, short rides come from, where long rides come from. It's all market dependent. So I hope that makes sense. And I know somebody's like, man, but you didn't tell me where to go. You said don't go to the W. Look, join the Telegram group. But if you're not going to join the Telegram group, learn your market for yourself. Don't have a talking head tell you, because I don't work what you work. You can learn it yourself. Everything that I've said, you can learn yourself. It's very easy. Just take some time, 4-5 hours, and work the market. I guarantee you're going to see where the requests come from. Keep it in your head, and that's a hot spot. I don't need to tell you. So with that being said, man, I am out of here. Deuces.